fireworks play. What I usually do is carry around my phone, and I have the little voice note recorder. You know, sneak off somewhere with an acoustic, or just if I have a melody in my head or a lyric idea. I usually try to hash out most of it before I take it to anybody else in the band, just so that there's some sort of foundation, some sort of structure. And never really used to write music before I joined this group, and this is the first band I've been in, so it's been a learning experience for me. I was allowed to kind of branch out and speak a little more personally on this latest stuff that we have. But I think now I'm getting to a point where I'm really confident as a songwriter, and you know, there's definitely, I would love to be better, but I think everybody is in the same boat when the only way you can learn is by making mistakes, but also taking tips and little tidbits from other artists that you know, look up to. How y'all feeling, man? You guys all right? But Ryan Adams, I love Neil Young, I love Tom Petty, songwriters that tell stories. I love Ben Gibbard from Death Cab. I think there's so many, and I think the ones that really succeed are those that are able to paint a picture and tell a story. When we were making that first record, there was nothing else. That was it, you know. We were stoked. We were amped on what we were doing, you know, and I think there's a lot to be said for that. We got to put this record out on our own, disengaged from the record label, and if there were one kind of huge highlight, I think that would probably be, to date, the one that really sticks out. I think the biggest accomplishment for me personally was writing all these songs that we just got to put out, and realizing that it is okay to you know, release a little bit more of yourself. But the effort and the work that we put into making that record come about, I think the payoff was so big to realize that, you know, there are going to be people in the room tonight that are going to stick around and, you know, hopefully be singing the words, and that's really it's fulfilling for me. So.
Obviously, We'll All Be means something to you.
Yeah.
What led to you getting the lyrics tattooed on your chest?
I come from a really tight-knit group of friends. I've been friends with them since 6th grade, and there was a spot in college and senior year of high school where we all used to kind of congregate and, you know, goof off or whatever, be knuckleheads, and we were all sitting around an acoustic guitar, and my buddy Eric came up with this line, and it ended up being the line that I used in the song. Well, long story short, it just was so influential at that point in time that I told him, you know, I'm going to use that, and asked if it was all right. And of course he said yeah, but it just reminds me that, you know, where I come from, and it's really important to me. So.
Is there anything else to look forward to in 2012?
Right now we're giddy. We're happy to be out here, man. We're happy to be on the road with great people. We toured with Taking Back Sunday, who we had been huge fans of for so long and still are, and ended up kind of becoming friends with them, and that's just like blowing my mind. And we went to Australia with them, and a band called Newfound Glory, who we were just as big of fans of.
Well, thank you for all your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And so the more